Hey guys, and happy end of June. It's been crazy hot. I've been wanting to do a video to kind of show you guys what we have going on here. It's hot during the day, so I waited. So it's a little late, but I wanted to wait till it cooled off till I came out here. Plus I was at work all day. So I wanted to show you guys what we have going on. We got all of the mums planted over last weekend. So we have about 1,000 mums planted on this pad here behind me. I know I did a little bit of a tour before to show you guys the new stuff that we have going on, but I wanted to show you guys again what we have going on the mum pad, and then we also have some other exciting stuff that I saw while I was walking out to the garden. So I will show you guys all of that. So let me get this turned around here. All right, so here you can see our mum pad. So typically it's full. You can see the empty spots down there, and that's because we didn't increase the number of mums that we planted, but we changed some stuff around. So we have pots over here going on. You can see there's a lot of growth in these guys already. There's a lot going on here. There are 3 different color mums in this pot. So there's 3 mums to 1 pot instead of just all single pots there. Over here we have our hanging pots. So these guys will be hanging baskets full of mums. They also got pretty big. You can see over here, these guys are the ones we planted over last weekend. So you can see the size difference. This is where they start out. And this is about a month's worth of growth on here. So we got that going on. We're going to have to come out here and snap the hanging part of those mums on here soon. But then down here, we also have those really cool square pots that I'm super excited about. They are our pots that have 2 color mums in it. So we got the 3 color, we got the 2 color, we got your classic singles, and then we got the hanging pots. So the mums are on their way to looking awesome already. I always get excited to see like the growth from week to week. It's pretty cool to watch. And then down at the bottom, we threw a couple in pots. So everybody always asks, do your mums come back? And we always say mums are pretty finicky. You have to get them in the ground early enough for them to establish a root base before it freezes. We tell you to insulate them, put that straw around the roots. We did not get our pad cleaned off last season. We had a lot going on. But these guys came back in the pot. So they sat out here all winter in those little black pots and came back. So we put them in a bigger pot, and I think we're going to have some really big mums out of them. We have some more that we can still plant up like that, but they are off to that start. And we'll see what they do. I said worst case scenario, I'll just plant some. We never actually plant mums because we're too busy selling them. So then I wanted to show you guys what we have going on over here. This is the first year that we laid any sort of tarping or ground cover down to keep the weeds out. Why did we do that? So last year we had a newborn baby. We had a lot going on, and the weeds overtook the garden. We did not produce as much produce as we could have if we could have kept up with the weeds. We don't spray, so the weeds kind of just take over. You can see what's going on over here versus what's going on over there, which we do have produce planted over here, but there's a lot of weeds. But what I wanted to show you guys, so this first row here, the whole way, this is the far end, the whole way down this row, these are tomatoes. all different types of varieties of tomatoes going on. We got slicers, we got cherry tomatoes, we got different varieties. We have all kinds of cool stuff going on. They are looking beautiful. We need to come out here and put some string up so we can wind them up so that they stay standing. We've tried the typical tomato cages, and it just turns into a big mess because we do so many tomatoes, and it's ridiculous. So what we found last year was from the post that you can see at the end there, right there, to this post, we put some string and then we weave the tomato plants up and through. So that's kind of the way that we keep our tomatoes so they don't fall over, but they continue to grow and they don't get quite as messy as the cages. There are lots of blooms. You can see the flowers. There are some at the end there, some of the cherry plants and some of the Romas, which are in the second row. These are Romas to about here, the whole way down, have actual tomatoes going. So we have some green tomatoes on there. So that's pretty exciting. And then down here, some of these guys didn't make it. If you weren't aware, when we planted our hundreds of tomato plants and hundreds of pepper plants, it got really hot really fast and baked out everything. So I had to replant everything, which was super fun. But so at the end of this row, we have some eggplants going on here. They're looking really good. You can see lots of flowers on these guys too. There's one there. Down here, this whole row, the whole way down, are peppers. So we have, this was the most exciting row when I was walking through the garden that I saw. We have all different types of varieties, hot to mild to sweet. But when I see things like this, I get really excited. So these guys are hot peppers. But see the red ones in here? They are actually ready to pick. There's a variety of chili. So what I want to do with them is dehydrate a bunch of them once we get a lot and grind them into powder. So we have chili powder for the season. You can see there's a lot of flowers on this plant. So there are a ton of peppers already on it. Whoop, there's a big spider. But there are a lot to come yet. We have all kinds, but I get so excited when I come out here and I see the produce growing. So over here, these yellow guys, we never grew these before, but they're Hungarian hot wax peppers. They're actually ready for picking as well, this size here. So we have a couple of those guys that are ready. They're more of a mild pepper. The weeds still find their way through the tarp. There's more of them. These guys are a little bigger. Over here, they're hot again. They're not your sweet banana peppers like they look like. Up here, though, as I was walking through, I saw we have some of these guys on, which are some mild peppers. Oop. So that's what we have going on right here. Some mild to hot. And then towards the end, we have all of our bell varieties. So look at that beautiful big pepper. He's already the size of my hand and not even ripe yet. So he's got some growing to do. There's a lot of them. So not only is it the first year for us to do this tarping to keep the weeds down, but it's also our first year of using this drip line for irrigation. You can see it's wet because it's on right now, watering the plants. So what this does, when we lift it up, I'm not gonna be able to find a spot, but it basically just drips your water out. So we have irrigation lines in each of these rows to make sure that the plants get enough water. We always use the overhead sprinklers, but a lot of times it's not enough, or like tomatoes really don't like to get wet from the top. They would prefer to get wet from the root base. So the drip line works perfect for that. We got all kinds of lettuce that needs cut. This kind, the smaller ones were already cut once and put in the farm shares, so they're regrowing. We'll be able to get at least 2 more cuttings off of them. That's what we have going on right there. At the end here, look how pretty that is. It's just pretty. We have some kohlrabi planted right here. We're going to get some more of that in the ground this weekend. And then we have these 2 rows. We have cucumbers in this row here, and squash and vines over here. So we have a lot of different, again, a lot of different varieties of cucumbers this year, anywhere from pickling to your regular standard size cucumber to, we have these little ones that are supposed to be like this big. They look like little tiny baby watermelons, and they look awesome. So I really hope we get some off of them because I hear they're really good. So these guys are looking good. What I came out here to check, if you guys followed us last year, you know my hatred for squash bugs, which are the bugs that lay their eggs on the bottom of your vine plants, and they will hatch. The squash bugs will go the whole way down to the root and suck all of the liquid out, killing your plant, feeding themselves. So I came out to see right around this time throughout July is when eggs start to get dropped. If you know what that means for us, since we don't spray, that means we come out here to all of these plants that you see in these 2 rows, and we scrape the eggs off. We scrape the eggs off, we put them in a little container, and then we get rid of them. What does that mean, though? I mean, it's not just about all the plants. You have to look at every single leaf. Typically, you will see them right down through here. I'm not even going to jinx myself, but so far we're looking good. So I was out here checking for those guys. Oh, at the end of this row, we have bitter melon planted. So we never grew that before either. So I'm excited to see how that comes out. But yeah, so those are the cucumbers. They are looking nice and big. I'm excited. I'm going to make some stuff. We got zucchinis mixed in with them, or with the squash over here. So we have the yellow squash that we always grow. We have the zucchinis that we always do. And then we just have some other random ones. If you guys saw us at market last year, you saw the ball-shaped zucchinis. They are cue ball, 8 ball, and 1 ball zucchinis. So they're pretty cool. They're about the size of your palm. They're round. You can scoop out the insides, stuff them, and throw them in your oven, and they're delicious. So I'm excited to have those too. But everything's looking good out here. Like I said, I'm really happy with how this tarping ended up working for us. 2 kids. Buck works full time. I opened a private counseling practice this year, so we are busy. This saved us so much time in weeding so that it didn't turn into that. So over there, we do still have some stuff growing. We need to get out here and work really hard in there, but that's what happens when you're busy. So we hear you guys. Whenever you say it's hard to keep up, it's hard to do these things, we're right there with you. But that's what we have going on here. Over behind this bed is the last thing I wanted to show you. We have our asparagus bed, which it is now time to let it go to seed. If you're growing asparagus, stop cutting it. Let it go to seed so that you get your asparagus back for next year. So that's what we have over here. And then we have, like, all of this is asparagus. Strawberries. So I came out here and I'm looking. We had the sprinklers on. All the strawberries got nipped off. I'm not sure what's eating them. Something's eating them. Like here, these guys still look pretty good, right? Like they're growing. They're a later variety of strawberries, so they shouldn't be huge yet. They should be starting to get flowers. Something is eating the rest of them. There should be strawberry plants all over here. I don't know what happened. So we did get some chicken wiring that we can move around, and we're going to put that out and wire off this area so that I don't know if it's rabbits, I don't know if it's the deer, I don't know what it is, but we're about to try and solve that problem. See our friends, the deer, out in the field. I don't know if you can see them. There they are. There's a bunch of them. They don't even care that I'm out here right now. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you guys what we have going on. We're really excited about the mums. They look awesome. They're really growing. Super excited about those. So we hope to see you guys soon. We do post our extra produce every week. Starting now, we'll start posting it on the farm page so that you guys can let us know what you want. Stop out and pick it up. Walk around, see the farm. And we look forward to seeing you guys and continuing to watch everything grow. Have a great night. Try and stay cool, guys. I know it's hot out there.